So the Premier League returns this weekend and we have a very tricky game away at Leeds. Hello, my name is Richard and welcome back to my channel over and over again, which features everything to do with Arsenal. In this video, I'm just going to look ahead to tomorrow afternoon's really tricky game for Arsenal away at Leeds United. Just before I do that, I just want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel. If you're new here or if you like what I do, please click on the subscribe button, which is down there in that corner. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well. If you've got any comments at all about the game against Leeds tomorrow, what your team selection might be, what your score prediction is, anything at all, please drop them in the comments box as well, because I do love to hear from you guys as well. So previous meetings then, we've met Leeds in total 120 times in history across all competitions. Arsenal have won 47, Leeds have won 41, and there's been 32 draws. Arsenal have actually scored 185 goals in those games and Leeds have scored 154. Of course, our last meeting with Leeds was back in January in the FA Cup at the Emirates, game at Arsenal. A little bit fortunate, I felt, to win 1-0 with a second half goal from Reece Nelson after Leeds had played really well in the first half of that game, caused us a lot of problems. So basing it on that game alone, it's going to be a very tricky game on Sunday. This will, though, be our first visit to Elland Road since 2011. That was another FA Cup game. It was a replay. We did win that game 3-1. The goals were from Emmanuel Eboué, Bakary Sagna and Robin van Persie. And in fact, that was our fourth consecutive victory at Elland Road. This will be our first league visit, though, to Elland Road since 2003. That was a 4-1 victory. And also later on that same season in early 2004, we did play them in the FA Cup as well and won 4-1. And we'd also won 4-1 in the league in 2002 as well. So 3 wins in a row were by 4-1. And we have actually won our last 4. The last time we didn't win a Premier League game at Elland Road was in 2002 when we drew 1-1. Of course, the season we went on to win the double, and we haven't lost there since the year 2000 when we lost 1-0 that particular season. So that's 5. Our last 5 visits there, we're unbeaten, 4 wins and a draw. So we do have a decent record there in recent years. But 15-16 years ago last time we played there, it's a long time, isn't it? So lots of things have changed, so I wouldn't really read too much into that. It's a completely different Leeds side under Bielsa. Of course, it's a completely different Arsenal side as well, isn't it? Last time we played him in the league, of course, Thierry Henry was amongst the goal scorers. It just shows you how long ago that was and how much things have changed. So in terms of the lineup then, for Arsenal, of course, we do have quite a few injury problems, don't we? And a few other various issues. Thomas Partey, of course, hasn't recovered from the injury he suffered against Aston Villa. He's definitely out of the game, which is a really big blow. And of course, Mohamed Elneny has also tested positive for coronavirus, so he's not able to play. And the same with Sead Kolasinac as well. Some of these international games coming along in the middle of all of this is madness, really, but it's the way it is, and it's cost us again now with 3 players down and 2 very big players as well in Thomas Partey and Mohamed Elneny in midfield. So there's definitely going to be some changes. Some changes were probably needed. Now, for me, I think we need to change the system. The 3 at the back hasn't been working at all. So if it was me picking the team, what I would do is I would go with Bernd Leno in goal. I would have a back 4. I'd actually bring Ainsley Maitland-Niles in at right back. I'd have David Luiz and Gabriel as the 2 centre backs and Kieran Tierney in the left back. I'd have Xhaka and Ceballos sitting in front of the defence. That worked really well at the end of last season anyway, didn't it, in some of those big games, the FA Cup final, etc. So I would definitely go with that and maybe look at Joe Willock to play just in front of them to try to get in behind the Leeds defence, something our midfield haven't been doing enough of all season in the Premier League, certainly. Now, the front 3, of course, cause a lot of arguments at the moment, don't they? Who should be playing in the front 3? It's not working, is it? What I would do is I would play Aubameyang through the centre. I'd put Saka on the left and Pepe on the right, and I think that would give us a good balance. And I say with the 3-man midfield as well, I feel as though we could really take the game to Leeds. But will Arteta do that? I'm really not sure that he will. I think he'll probably revert to type. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we do stick to the 3 at the back bearing in mind the midfield issues that we've got. So I think he'll go with David Luiz, Gabriel and Tierney as the three centre-backs. I think he'll probably have Hector Bellerin as a right wing-back. He may well put Ainsley Maitland-Niles as a left wing-back possibly, or Bukayo Saka, and then he'll have Ceballos and Xhaka in the centre. And then what front three is he going to go with? I've got a feeling he's going to still keep Aubameyang on the left. I think he may well put Pepe in on the right-hand side after Willian's trip to Dubai, and the fact he's not been playing particularly well. And the centre forward is either probably going to be Eddie Nketiah, who of course scored twice for the England under-21s in midweek, or he might still stick with Alexander Lacazette, of course, who just can't score at all at the moment. So there's a contrast there between the team I would go with and the team I think Arteta will go with. It may end up being a little bit of both, perhaps a combination of the two, maybe a little way along the way. But I do feel as though something needs to change from the Aston Villa game. Obviously, it's got to change in terms of personnel because some players are missing, but I do feel as though the shape of the team needs to change. It's going to be really interesting, actually, isn't it, to see how Arteta approaches this game, what system he plays and what formation he goes with, and say who's going to be in the front three. Is he going to put Aubameyang finally through the middle? If he's going to try something a bit different, this is the game to try it. It's a really tough one to predict this, isn't it, scoreline-wise? I mean, it could go any way, this game. Leeds play a very expansive game. We know they're going to come at us. They're going to attack us. They're not going to sit back like a lot of teams do against us. And it should be an open game. But is Arteta going to take the risks needed to really punish Leeds? They've lost their last two games by a 4-1 scoreline. We've won our last two Premier League visits to Elland Road 4-1. It'd be easy to predict a 4-1 Arsenal victory, but that would be assuming you haven't watched any of our recent games in the Premier League. I think it's not going to be a game like that at all. It's a big game for Leeds as well. They've had some poor results. They need to turn that around. Obviously, it's a massive game for us as well. I do think Arteta is going to be cautious. I think he's going to be looking back on that Aston Villa game, how open we were at times, especially towards the end of that game, conceded 3 really soft goals. And I think he's going to make sure we don't concede. So I think we are going to keep it tight. I think he'll probably will go 3 at the back. And I'm not expecting there to be many goals, unfortunately. I think it's going to be a very cagey game, certainly from Arsenal's point of view. I think he's more going to try to get back to the sort of performance that we produced at Manchester United in our last away game, which did produce a victory. Of course, Leeds don't play the same way as Manchester United, so it'll be a different sort of game. But I think that will be our approach. And if that's the case, then it's going to be a tight game. I'm hoping that we can nick it. I believe we can. I think we've got the players to win this game, but it's going to be very difficult. I'm going to predict a 2-1 Arsenal victory, but I don't think it's going to be easy at all. And I think we are going to have to play a hell of a lot better, certainly in the attacking third of the field, than we have done for a long time now. So this is a good opportunity for Arsenal to get back to winning ways. I think it's a good game for us to play. They're a team that isn't going to come to frustrate us. They're a team that's going to come to play. That sometimes benefits us. So let's hope that's the case. Let's hope it's a good game, and let's hope we can come away with a victory. So I'm going to predict Leeds 1, Arsenal 2. So that's that there then. I hope you enjoyed that video. Just a quick preview of the game tomorrow. Please let me know in the comments your thoughts about your team selection, your score prediction. I think it is a difficult game to predict. I think it potentially has got all the ingredients to be an exciting game, but I'm just not sure how Arsenal are going to approach it. That's the thing. I think Arteta will be worried about Leeds' attacking threat, and I think that he'll be more concerned about that and trying to maybe nick a goal if we can. So that's what I'm expecting. But let me know what you think. Let's hope Arsenal can win, because I think it's a massively important game now. We've lost 3 of our last 4 without scoring. I do really feel we need, with the games coming up as well in the run up to Christmas now, it's massively important that we win this game. But I say, let me know what you think, and put it in the comments box below. I will be doing some coverage of the game tomorrow. I'll be doing a live video when the teams are out. We'll have a little bit more of an idea then about maybe what Arsenal's approach is going to be. It's a little bit of speculation at the moment. We know what players are missing. We don't know what system he's going to go with. So when the teams are announced, which will be about 3:30 tomorrow, isn't it? Something like that. I'll be on here live to look at that. And then maybe update my prediction as necessary once I've seen the teams. I'm not sure if I'm doing a watch along on this channel yet, or I will appear on another watch along somewhere else, but I'll definitely be around for the game. And then of course on Monday I'll be doing a full review of the game as well, and the performance and what went wrong or what went right, hopefully. So stay tuned to the channel, lots coming up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe down in the corner there. That'd be much appreciated. Give this video the thumbs up as well. And of course, in the meantime, going into a massive game tomorrow. Come on, you Gunners!